Hi there, I'm Robert Bruce Anderson, and this short video is absolutely vital to your knowledge on what you need to know if you're going to get a new website for your business. And the reason I need to tell you this is because it's understandable. You're a business person, or you're experienced or not, doesn't make a difference. You are not expected to know all of the pluses and minuses of having a website. Okay, so let me run through this very briefly. You're watching this video because you're considering getting a website, or I've given you a quote, or I'm just advising you on what to do as far as setting up online properties. Okay, now the website is a self-hosted property that you own. In other words, you own the content, you're hosting it with a hosting company. And if you look here where I say type of website, it'll probably be either a hand-coded CSS website or Joomla. There's free versions, or WordPress. Okay, Joomla and some of the others, Squarespace and WordPress, are all what's called CMS, content management systems, and WordPress is by far the best, simply because it is supported the most. It's the most popular. It has the most variety, the most plugins. Google loves it. All of that is a plus. There are people that are going to tell you WordPress is bad because it can be hacked, and those are people that do CSS or HTML and maybe Joomla websites. In other words, they're biased because they would prefer to give you that, and even worse, or they're stupid. Okay, the stupid would be because, of course, it's hackable. It's a little bit like living in a crime area and then having no wall and no security gates. Of course, you're going to get robbed. WordPress is the same. Put up the security gates, put up the security systems, and your WordPress site is fine. Okay, next. This is a given. Okay, so my advice to you is only use WordPress. Don't do a thing other than that. If you're going to do something else, then stop watching this video. It means that either A, you don't want advice, or B, you're doing something really weird. You need something so strange. It's not a real normal website, and that's cool too. Okay, so now what all websites need. It's kind of a given, and yet very often when you're getting a quote, this is what they sell you on. They're going to say, oh, we're going to make the website look stunning, and we're going to show your product beautifully. It'll have a clear call to action, and the navigation is going to be fantastic. And very often, as a buyer, that's as a website, a business owner, asking you for a website, that's all you care about. And it's obviously something I have an issue with, because I know that every website gives it. I mean, it's like buying a new car. Of course, it mustn't have scratches on it, but it must also be a racing car if you want a racing car, or it must be a bucky if you want a bucky. And this is where business owners don't realize there's that variety of choice, and ordinary bad website designers don't tell you that. They just say, oh, you want a website? Yes, of course I can give you one. It's going to be a good one. Yeah, of course, look lovely. And it'll show my product. Oh, of course, that's right. Really obvious stuff, okay? Let me get into the not so obvious. This is the main reason I'm telling you I want to make this video for you is your budget will affect what kind of website you get, how big it is, right? Now, you have to ask yourself this. Do you plan to have a website that you will then pay for advertising to get your business, or will it be kind of like just a beautiful looking website online, but you've got to give people a business card or a link before they can find it? Okay, if that's true, good news. Your website can be low in price. I could even do that website for you for free, and with a few strings attached. Literally remember always, an extremely high quality, great looking, functional, blah, blah, still for free, if all you need is a business card website. In other words, you don't expect people to search for plumber in Bryanston and find you. Pizza shops in wherever, Timbuktu, bingo, pow, there you are, number one. Now, if you want to be found on Google, it's a completely different ballpark, and unfortunately 95% of website designers don't have a clue how to do that properly. Okay, and this is where you now enter a minefield where you choose a guy who talks good because he offers you this only. He doesn't confuse you with like I'm doing. All he says to you is, I've got a stunning website. It's brilliant. It looks so beautiful. Look, I've got 20 happy customers. And it's only X, 1,770, whatever price. And you think, thank you, that's all I wanted. I don't want all of this stuff Robert's talking about. And then in 6 months' time, you get hold of that guy and you say, hey, I'm not on the internet, I'm not on the search engines. He says, oh, well, that's SEO. That'll cost you an extra X. Because they want your business in the beginning, they don't tell you about the next step, and they're very naughty. So I'm not going to go into detail into this. If you want to know more, believe me, it's very complicated. I have recently got an updated course. It cost me 30,000 Rand to do. There are 800 videos that teach me little things to do. 800. Like this little one I'm doing for you now, be it 10 minutes. These guys have got 800 videos doing that. So can you believe how hard decent SEO is? Well, not so hard, just lots and lots of work, 800 videos worth. So if you want your website to be found and to bring you leads forever, you need it to be built with an SEO structure. So these are the things, firstly, before we get into the SEO, these are the things that I believe a website should have. And even my free ones will have most of these. Perhaps not the silo structure. So a decent theme given. I use the Elegant Themes Divi. A security plugin you need passwords and advice to make it extremely unhackable security, those burglar bars I spoke about. You need fast hosting. And those of you in South Africa that are reading this, 80% of South African hostings are not good. I don't care what your cousin said and your mother, and oh, I've had them, been with them for years. Let me prove to you that they are twice as slow and they're costing you money. Right, you need a backup plugin, you need some analytics, you need to track your traffic. There's a few other little things, but those are all given. Those are all plugins that can be added at any given time. Now, when we start going to, this is what you really need, silo structure. So now we get into SEO. This is where we do keyword research properly and show you how silo structuring works, how good SEO structure works, where if I build this for you, you don't need to know how it works, but I'm going to tell you what content to write. I'm going to tell you how to write it. I'm going to show you how to do your content, how to do your images in a certain way that Google almost automatically loves you. And once you get to about 30 or 40 pages, which I would have shown you how to do as well, you will have a website that is so powerful and could potentially take out your opposition. I'll say that carefully. If you are in the car hire business, that's a little bit harder. Insurance, a little bit harder. Weight loss, a little bit harder. But if you get house plans passed, you can be ranking on 50 page one keywords with 30 pages. Correctly done in a silo structure basis. And 50 page one keywords could be bringing you in 300-400 leads a month. So people, do a website, do the SEO, or pay for advertising. That's really what I'm trying to tell you. Okay, now any WordPress is CMS, which is Content Management System, and it's designed so that you can add a page, like you go to Facebook. You go add an image, you click share, you upload, whoops, the same thing with WordPress. A little bit of a practice thing or two, and I can show you how to upload pages that are so powerful, and all you got to do is load more if you're in a competitive, or at least some if you're not such a competitive thing. So that's it. I needed to just tell you, it's so important that you can do cheap websites. Let me see if I've written what kind I've done here. More videos to watch. No. Okay, so let me say this. You can start at free websites. Literally, I can do a free website for you. Or you can go, in fact, they're going to be in the videos. So here we go. You can do a free website, which will be free. You can do a minimum budget site, which will be between 1,000 and 3,000 Rand. You can do a beginner website, about 5,000. Best starting level, probably 15,000. The full Monty is 25,000 to 100,000 Rand. And that would only be if you're in a competitive business. Now, you need to know and understand how this all works and why this works, to know what your budget should or shouldn't include. So, because I don't want to make this video 2 hours, sorry about the storm, people. That's the way it is. So, I'm going to make you a separate video for all of these so you can learn a little bit about it and learn why you should or shouldn't have a bigger budget. Now, I understand that if you're starting a business and you just don't have, let's pick a decent budget, 35,000 Rand for your website, and that's fine. But people, do me a favor, start it off with this correctly built in. And if you can't afford the silo structure part, you just want to go to here, these things, that's fine too. But then get the video training for this from me and apply it. Because a lot of what you're paying for at that 15 or 25 or 35 or 55,000 websites is time. You're paying for me to do work that you could be doing yourself. Okay, so that's it for this video. Thank you for 11 minutes of your life. I'm going to go and make a video on each one of these titles so that you can educate yourself properly when it comes to deciding to get a website for your business. Thank you. Take care. Cheers.